I think of the kitchen kind of as the chemistry lab that we've been working on for thousands of years. In any given day, we may repeat the same process, or we may try to experiment with the ingredients that we have, or we may try to just see if we can do something brand new. And that's not dissimilar at all from the type of research that we do. Most current processes really start from petroleum. Right? That's the starting point of finding that carbon for the overall production. Our processes can differ from that. We use biomass as the carbon source. Things like plastic waste to other types of things that are thrown away. And our process would use those as the carbon source and convert them into our new product.
I got really excited about this idea of using yeast to create a variety of chemicals that we need for our daily life in a way that is renewable.
We're interested in making these in a very sustainable way, using cells like yeast and bacteria to be able to produce these molecules that we use. The same way that yeast, for example, has been used to make alcohol, so the ethanol that we have in our beer and wine, we can then convert that yeast cell away from making ethanol and into a new type of molecule, like a plastic or a drug. One of the most interesting things that we've developed within our lab is the ability to rewire cells pretty generically. And this is a tool and approach that we're using for a variety of different products, for a variety of different applications. But it's really the systematic approach of how we can go in, change how metabolism works, change how gene expression works, to be able to make the product and outcome that we want.
One of the things that I actually recently worked on was making omega-3 fatty acids in our yeast. And so then that's something we can add into our diets, either directly, we can take those as supplements, or we can feed the yeast to other organisms as food.
What he is developing, what he is doing right now with his metabolic techniques is not just for drugs and bioplastics. Maybe new chemicals that can be designed that way. He is the right person at the right time.
Long-term success of this type of research area really reduces the pollution that we create in the chemical industry. It reduces the waste and it reuses the waste so that we're no longer dependent upon all these resources that we have to drill out of the land. And instead we can actually live in a sustainable manner with all the types of materials that we use. Going forward and seeing the applications of what engineers can actually do, what engineers can create, and what new solutions engineers can find. It's become an inspiration. It's become the thing that gets me up every day, really looking forward to solving the world's problems.